Hello and welcome back to the series. EXP here, and this area is long overdue a little bit of love. Now we built up to here and we stopped. We've got a couple of low-tech farms I wanted to build this episode, and we are going to spend a little bit of time just finishing this area up here. I mean, we got quite a lot done last week. We finished these farms, which I've tidied up and troubleshooted a few more little things. The main one being, while this was running, it wasn't that big of an issue, but this chest was also hopper locked as soon as the what's it called? This locked, so we've had to put in a custom custom item filter where we're using 16 by 16, so we're locking 4 and it goes through, but it's no longer locking this hopper here either, so it can just free float when it's in there, which it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was bothering me. It was really bothering me because it just didn't need to be locked. Got plenty of this going through, and yeah, you saw that I finished that little bit over there last episode. I did that wall and I started these, but I want to move away and work on tidying up here. So the first thing we're going to do is add a nice path right the way around. Now chances are I'm going to have this area down here leading into something to get to there, but I'm not 100% sure or set on what I'm doing yet, so we'll just see how far we get today. So, while we wait for that last little bit of grass to grow, let's discuss the farms we're going to be doing. We're going to be building them up over this way. And, oh, excuse me, I was just pulling stone out. Right, this is coarse dirt. There we go. Yeah, anyway, back on topic. The two farms I'm going to do are going to be relatively large, but low tech. One of them being a sheep farm over there, and the other one being a crop farm. Now, with the amount of bone meal I'm getting, I could get just a micro farm for anything I need, because they're very quick and very easy to set up, but they're just boring, to be quite honest, and I don't need a massive influx of crops constantly. Plus, I like the cascading water ones. They're always a lot more fun to build, and with, you know, when we're on the with the autocrafter on the horizon, being able to turn things into, well, I was going to call them cow blocks. They've got nothing to do with cows. Oh, what is wrong with me? Hay bales. Yeah, I can autocraft them into hay bales and easier storage, maybe. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Is just probably 3 or 4 level water cascading farm that's just going to push all of the crops into a single place for storage. And yeah, bog standard sheep farm. It's more of a sheep factory, I think. There's not many ways you can do them, but they go kind of hand in hand, because I'm going to need all the wheat to breed up the sheep. And it's also going to help with getting extra food from the cows. Speaking of cows, this one is finally producing meat and leather, but more importantly meat. So we've now got a constant stream of food, which is nice. We don't have to keep running back and grabbing the taters. Yeah, just like any self-respecting Minecraft player, we're going to do this completely different to how it's normally done, simply because why be boring? So yeah, this one is going to be, this farm isn't going to be your bog standard. It's going to be much more like a mob grinder. I've decided it's a different idea. We're going to do layer upon layer upon layer of dropper shoots, and that's how we're going to farm, just because I think it would be a fun idea. Listen, we're not going to talk about just how stupid of an idea this is, okay? No, we're not going to. I'm still going to do layers. I am. Just not like that. This at least I came to the realization very quickly. So right, we're not talking about this anymore. Scratch this. Start again. So that's one layer of the farm done. Eventually, it's not what I wanted, but it'll still do the job, and it works on a very simple premise that when you update this observer, boop, the water can freely run, and when you update it again, they'll shut. They'll shut. You know, the more I mess with redstone, the stranger things become. They really do. I don't know why this wouldn't work upwards, but it works downwards. I'm guessing it's to do with the way that it works directionally, with this being a transparent block. I'm guessing, but yeah, we can do this now. So one pulse will open them, one pulse will shut them. Which is fantastic. Not that I can get up there anymore. So they're open at the moment. So all I need to do is plonk this back on his face. And they're closed. So if I open it again and then remove it, it should be closed. Perfect. So that's the position we want it in to start with. And then we can just scale this upwards. So starting at the next level, we could probably build it right off of this observer. So that's one farm all fully worked out and ready to go. It's a big ugly box at the moment, but we're going to decorate the outside very soon. The premise of this is very simple. Just, you know, automatically fill all of this with whatever you desire. For me, it's just going to be wheat. And yeah, there's 4 layers of this. So the bottom, 1, 2, oh, it'd help if we could actually count, isn't it? The bottom is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then simple observer chain here. I did originally have it this side, but then every time it connected down one, it would then lock the next piston up because there isn't enough space here, so I've had to put it on the side. I've also overcomplicated this with a clock, simply because if I press the button once, it allows it all, pushes everything down, and it's enough time for it to finish, which I might just remove the clock and put a lever there, because the amount I'm actually going to use this farm, I probably don't need a clock. But yeah, I've just been collecting jungle wood for it. But first thing we're going to do is plant all the seeds, so we don't have to come back. You know, it'd be great if dispensers could dispense seeds onto farmland. That'd be fantastic. Then I wouldn't have to do this. Now you can get micro farms where you've just got the bone meal in one hand in a dispenser and the seeds in the other hand, and you just have auto clicking. But I don't know, you still have to AFK them for a bit with an auto clicker, and it's a lot of effort for something that just isn't that big of a deal. You could make the argument that the fact that I'm doing it manually and these massive fields, it's kind of overkill, which to be fair it is a little bit, but I don't know, I just wanted to build a farm for this and I didn't want a micro farm. That's all there is to it, and I'm a stubborn bugger. I've used all my seeds. No, wait, I think I hid a bunch of seeds in one of these. Hey, we can finish it. I don't know what I'm going to do with the absolute ridiculous amount of seeds this is going to produce as well, but neither here nor there. I'll probably just have a filter that burns them off, I suppose. Well, no, because I'm still going to need to refill the farm. What am I on about? I suppose I'll just have to have something to throw the excess away. I don't know. We can work it out. But yeah, we are going to be a little bit over the top with seeds from this farm. Right, that's that done. Let's decorate it. man, this is one ugly farm. The vision was there. The execution, not so much. Yeah, don't ask me what was going on with this roof. For this bit, I was trying to make it look like a net, like netting on top, and then this kind of just happened. Yeah, it's not very nice. At least the front's okay. A bit boring, but it's okay. But we're ready for our first run, I believe. Let me just double check our waterway. Yep. Yep. And yep. So, everything should end up in those chests quite quickly. And how did we do? Beautifully. Any loss? Oh, little bit of loss up there, so we need to fill that gap in. But, you know what? We didn't do too badly. No. Nothing left over here, nothing left on there. Just literally that one. So, now let's fill it to the top with glass. And then we'll see how much this is actually producing. There we go. Don't really need to worry too much about that little bit of loss. Has this all made its way through the system? It's idling on top. So yeah, it's much faster than can handle. So how much have we actually got stuck in here? So is there anything we can do? I don't think we've got enough room to do anything about that. I could take this pillar out, but that's part of the aesthetics. It's a little bit slow, but it's not idling on top long enough to the point where it's going to despawn, so not too bad. It does what we need it to. Right, so let's get replanting then, shall we? Well, I went ahead and reworked the roof. Much happier with it. It's actually functional and not too like bizarre anymore. It's a nicer roof. The outside's still a bit plain, but you know I'm basically can't be bothered to decorate it today, so I will be putting a storage kind of shed on the back end here, where I might divert the water flow this way instead. Maybe, I don't know. I keep saying maybe, I don't know too much, but as it stands, time to move on to the next project. I should probably get some wheat. Now, sheep farming itself is very simple, and this little setup here will demonstrate it. So, as you can see, we have a... Why am I following it? We have a hopper minecart just going back and forth over two hoppers. You know how all this works. So it'll pick up anything on these full blocks, which is why we need it to be a hopper minecart, because we need the sheep on these full blocks for this. So, as you know, a sheep will eat grass to regrow its wool, and this observer will detect that change straight away. I should probably have made this grass. Okay, there. Okay. We're getting ahead of ourselves. So, the sheep will eat the grass, and it will look like this. And that will set off this observer, which detects the change. And this dispenser will have shears in it, which will automatically shear the sheep. And yeah, that is literally all there is to it. Oops. For mine, I'm going to have, well, there's 16 dyes in total, so there's 16 colours of sheep. But I'll be having 18 in total because I'm going to have 3 white, is that right? Either 2 or 3 white, because the white wool can be universally dyed. I don't know about the rest, probably not. So I'm going to build this up, and then I'll get back to you with the fun task of getting the sheep in place. We're getting somewhere. So I've now got the rail system in that will pick up the wool underneath their blocks. At least the wood, if I put it in the right place. I've now got to move the blocks forward all one. Oh, that was silly on me. But yeah, the rail system's in place. Now we just need to get the sheep in place. And this right here is a simple, minecart hopper locker. So there's no power to this while it's dropping all the items that I've had to test extensively because it just didn't want to work over here for some reason, so I've had to put it here. And that goes into a dropper that'll just shoot the wall down, and we'll carry the blocks off somewhere. I don't know where yet. Right. Sheep time, build time. And that is the sheep motel all in place. Now we just need to decorate it and fill all the dispensers with Ujimi Plops. I can't think what they're called. Shears. There we go. I could enchant the shears so they had unbreaking on them, but I don't really see the point. When we've got an iron farm, we can just replace them. If I fill every single one of these dispensers with shears as well, it's going to last a very long time. So that, I think, is where we're going to leave today's episode, though, because it's getting a little bit quite long considering there's 2 farms here. The start of next week, I'll probably have decorated this a little bit better, and I'll probably be starting with a time lapse of me building a building for this motel. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you all again next week. Bye bye!